one of the more unique ways that New Yorkers commute to work every day is via ferry. If you're coming from one of the far boroughs, from the outer boroughs, far areas, sometimes that's the best way to get in and out of Manhattan. They also run to New Jersey. But most people take the tunnel from Jersey to Manhattan. On the other side, on the East River, we're going to see the Brooklyn Bridge a bit later. That's one of the ways people get in from Brooklyn, which is on that side. And Queens, where I'm from. Also a lot of bridges and tunnels. This is one of the water taxis to the right, City Ferry. Better view of the Colgate clock behind it. That's really all there's to say about New Jersey for now. Might be worth going again if you have a few hours just to relax, see something different. So now as we're reaching the end of Jersey City on our right and the end of Manhattan on our left, we're now really entering into New York Harbor proper and out of the Hudson River. Water gets a lot deeper here. For that reason, you'll see most of the cargo in New York. Oh yeah, you can wave to people on the right. Hey guys. Sometimes they wave back, sometimes they don't. Don't take it personally if they don't. So, they were going really fast. Normally Circle Line doesn't go that fast. Anyway, most of the cargo comes in and out of New York, comes out here, comes into here from the Atlantic, from all over, because the water is very deep. Got big waves coming in, by the way. You feel like a pirate. There were pirates in New York at one time because they used to hang them on what later became Ellis Island, which we'll see a bit later. Thankfully, there are no pirates anymore. Sometimes I joke around with the tourists. Some people think I'm serious when jet skiers come around the boat. I tell them that they're pirates. Sometimes they actually get nervous, but there are none. Anyway, off to the right, this nice spired brick structure. See here. It looks nice. Not really much history about it. It's just one of the old intermodal transit terminals where people used to bring cargo back when cargo was handled here in the Hudson River area. And it's a nice looking building. Basically, cargo ships would go up, cargo would be loaded directly on the train tracks, trains directly behind there. It's a park today, and if you go behind there, you'll see all the train tracks that went all over America to ship goods in and out. To its right, if you see these two concrete walls behind that ferry, that's two parallel concrete walls. 9/11 memorials here in New York. They're oriented directly at the spot of the Twin Towers, where they once stood across the water in downtown Manhattan. More on 9/11 later. But moving deeper into the harbor now, on the right is Ellis Island. See this island with the four-spired brick structure with scaffolding and the Warner Brothers looking water tower to its right? That's this island. As I mentioned, it was formerly a place for hanging pirates, and that was really it. That was its claim to fame until 1890, approximately, when immigration got so great in New York that they had to build a for-purpose island to process immigrants wanting to come to America and pursue the American dream. It's a good place. It's a good idea if you think about it. This island is very controlled. If somebody has an illness, perhaps, they can prevent the spread, quarantine the island if they need to. So it was a really handy facility used from about 1890 to the end of World War II. To give you an idea of the scale of immigration, most of the immigrants were coming from Southern and Eastern Europe for reference. But to give you an idea of the scale, how many people came through there, over 40% of the 300 million plus Americans that inhabit this country today have at least one ancestor who came through Ellis Island, including most of my own, by the way. Most left, went to other parts of America, but my family just stayed here in New York. Very lazy family, as you can see. Don't like moving much. But in any case, Ellis Island, basically, the process was, to give you an idea how this was like for an immigrant coming over, you get off your giant transatlantic passenger vessel, took took 2 weeks to get over here, more or less. Be loaded onto a boat like this because the harbor's too shallow. Get those big boats in there. And you'd first be inspected by a doctor to make sure you're not. If you were ill, oftentimes you'd just be deported, making your whole journey completely worthless. Or if you didn't have a recoverable illness, they often put you in quarantine facilities, which you can see on the left side of the island. It's a low-lying. So in any case, if you're there, shuffled into this main hall here, which is outside the island. It's a big building with scaffolding. It's a beautiful building, by the way. They wanted to impress the immigrants coming at this time, and it's beautiful on the inside and the outside also. You have scaffolding. So it's basically a giant train station inside with no trains. And you basically just wait there for about 24 hours on horrible benches for your chance to speak with an immigration officer who would hopefully give you a chance to pursue the American dream, let you into America. Imagine almost half of America's population stepped on that island to our right. Today, well, after World War II, basically, they invented the airplane, the jet airliner, so that made the facility basically virtually completely worthless. And now it's just a museum about the history of the immigration to America that came through there. So it's well worth visiting. It's ferries go back and forth constantly every business day. So it's very easy to get to, at least from downtown Manhattan. And it's a beautiful inside facility. You really get a sense of what it was like to be an immigrant back then, coming across. You see all those pictures of immigrants coming from everywhere, and well worth visiting. So, but moving further along into New York Harbor, the immigrants who came to New York were greeted by none other than Lady Liberty, who we see off the right side up ahead. And basically a short summary about that. 1886 it went up. It was meant to be 1876 for the 100th year anniversary of America, 1776. Everyone up a bit late. It's made of copper. It was given from the French to the Americans to celebrate the shared Republican value of liberty between the French Republic and the American Republic. And the structure was basically designed after the Roman goddess of liberty, Libertas, by the French architect Auguste Brotoli. The inside was designed by Gustave Eiffel, who designed the Eiffel Tower, by the way. So it went up 1886. It's greeted New York ever since. It's, of course, a New York skyline. It's made of copper, about 2 pennies thick. The running white it's green, it's because copper oxidizes that characteristic mint green when it's supposed to oxygen. So it's had a lot of time. When it first went up, it was bronze color, but a few years after it turned green. It's been green basically ever since. Base of the statue, the star-shaped structure at the bottom, a lot of people think it's part of the Statue of Liberty. It's actually a fort that existed previously on the island. It's got big waves here. Just watch your step. But although the fort at the base is not part of the structure, it's kind of, it basically just plopped it on top, and it's been mistaken as a part of the structure since. But now we're at the island, so I'll be back for about the next 10 or so minutes, so you guys can enjoy some nice views of the Statue of Liberty, take some great pictures. I suggest going out in front, because you get a lot more visibility of the statue. We're going to be passing on the left side as well, so we're going to turn the boat around and come back the other way. So if you're on the left, don't feel left out. You'll get equal viewing time. So before I go, 2 recommended poses with the Statue of Liberty is Statue of Liberty in your hand. That's a classic. If you're at the right distance to do it, because if you're on Manhattan, it's too far, and if you're on the island, it's too close. Or holding Statue of Liberty by your 2 fingers by your torch is also recommended. So with that, I'll hang back, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Maybe foto questa sugaranza, no? Foto nenne sa. Posso ga con foto nenne sa. Oh. Maybe. ያቸው ሰውዬ እኚህ ሰውዬ ያቸው እኔማ